What is up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out another video, guys. Really appreciate that. In this video, I am going to be talking about everything you need to know about gold. If you are brand spanking new, never bought any gold, never researched it, and you're kind of just getting your feet wet now, and it's led you to this video, I guarantee you're going to learn something here. I'm going to cover everything you need to know. And those of you that are veteran stackers, I guarantee I'm going to tell you guys something you might not have thought of in this video as well. I'm going to go over a lot of varieties, purities, and weights, and I'm going to cover everything. Those of you that have been with me for a while, if you look at my $10,000 gold stack video, since that video, I have doubled my gold stack, volume-wise and value-wise. Actually, value might even be more than that because spot has gone up a pretty good amount since that video. But volume-wise, it's grown big time. So I'm going to go over a couple things I've done to really accelerate the gold stack as well. So if you are brand new, those of you that are brand new, why do people buy gold coins in order to get into gold? Why is gold coins the best way to go? This is a common question. A lot of newer guys or girls getting into gold always ask, why don't you buy jewelry? Why do people buy coins? It's a very common question. And the reason is, a perfect example I could give you is I bought this little charm, probably like this big, about 2 grams worth of 18 karat gold. It's shaped like a little guitar, and it's a little charm that goes on my necklace. It's 18 karat yellow gold mixed with 18 karat white gold. Really cool looking little 2 gram piece there. I paid $75 more than what gold was going for at the time. And that is because I paid for the labor. When you're buying jewelry, there's work that gets put into the jewelry. It's a lot harder to make a little guitar that's 2 grams worth of gold than it is to make these coins. And for that reason, if you are buying jewelry, it's going to be more expensive. They could pump out hundreds of thousands of these within days of these coins. There's not a lot of labor that goes into it. It's a lot of machine work. So for that reason, they make it cost effective for anyone that wants to get into gold. So if you are trying to get into gold and start investing, the best way to do it is gold coins. There's a reason why you see a lot of people with a lot of gold coins, not a whole lot of gold bars, not a whole lot of jewelry. You don't see guys with stacks of jewelry. You see stacks of coins, and that is the reason why, because of the labor difference between coins and jewelry. Now, if you go to garage sales and things like that, yard sales, and you go, bargain shopping for gold and you find jewelry, you can find it cheap. But are you going to do that? That's the real question. Are you actually going to go and do it? So you would have to physically be active in finding those deals on jewelry. At the end of the day, even with those deals that you can find at the garage sales, yard sale, I still believe that this is the best way to do it. Gold coins, because you at least also have the recognizability of coinage, whereas jewelry, there's so many different varieties that it could be hard for you to sell, because people are skeptical. Even though it's stamped 14K or 18K, people still don't believe it. So you're gonna have to take it to a place and get it verified, or hopefully somebody will trust you enough to buy it. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into buying jewelry rather than very recognizable coinage that you can buy. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the purity, because I know purity is another real big misconception when it comes to gold. I see a lot of people always saying, this is a 4.9 gold. It's better than 3.9 gold. And this is pure gold. This is not 90% gold. Or, American Eagles are 92% gold, but you should always buy pure gold, 999 gold. All that is misconception. The purity should not even cross your mind, to be honest, at all. What matters at the end of the day is the weight. And the example I'm going to give you is, let's do it with this. This is a 90% Helvetia from Switzerland. These are very, very common in the gold stacking community, in the coins. And these are typically a little bit older. So this one's from 1927, but you can find these very close to spot price of gold, right? So this is about 5.8 grams of gold. And the only thing I have that's, you know, kind of comparable, I guess, would be this. So this is, let's actually do this, 1/5 ounce. Where's my 1/5 ounce? And I don't want to make it confusing, but we'll just do this so you can see the difference in purity. So if you could see the color difference, I'm sure you could tell already that this one has a little bit of that copper. It's got that a little bit of a reddish hue, which actually I think is more attractive than just the yellow. But you can tell, especially right there at that angle. So let's say you are shopping around. This is 5 grams, and this is 5 grams. This is 90%. This is pure 3.9 gold, right? This one's being sold for $400. This one's being sold for $425. Which one are you going to buy? The answer should be this one. It's 90% gold, but the weight is the same. So you are paying $25 more for this only because it's slapped with 3.9 gold. And it's not always that case, but I've seen people kind of compare a 90%er with a pure gold coin and have chosen to pay the little bit extra for the pure gold coin with the misconception that pure gold is the better option. So for that reason, I wanted to cover that part right there. But at the end of the day, the very end of the day, it is not going to matter the purity. Nobody cares about the purity. It's all about the weight. And take it from someone that sells a lot of gold. If you follow me on Instagram, I sell a lot of gold. And the purity has no effect on how much better it sells or how much more it sells for. It's literally only the weight. So don't get sucked into paying extra for pure gold. The next thing I want to cover is the different sizes. So we're going to start with very common sizes. So this is the 1/10 ounce, and I don't have anything smaller than a 1/10 ounce. And to be honest with you, I don't suggest buying anything smaller than the 1/10 ounce. The best bang for your buck starts at the 1/10 ounce level for anybody that wants to get their feet wet into gold, or that is kind of on a budget and can only afford the 1/10 ounce. But I would definitely save up at least to be able to buy a 1/10 ounce, maybe even get down into the 12 medio Mexican piece of gold. Maybe that would be the absolute smallest. I think that might be a little bit smaller, if I'm not mistaken, than the 1/10 ounce. But other than that, I would not go smaller than the 1/10 ounce. And the reason being, and I've said this before, is once you start going smaller, you start paying more per coin. So the gold is more expensive on this 1/10 ounce than it would be on the 1/4 ounce, which is right here, right? So 1/10, 1/4, so a 1/4 ounce, you're paying less per gram on the 1/4 ounce. And then it continues that trend to the 1/2 ounce and continues all the way to the full ounce. So the bigger piece you get, the cheaper it's going to end up being. But you have to take into consideration, if it takes you a very long time to be able to save up to a 1/2 ounce or to a full ounce, it's always better to sort of buy the smaller one sooner than it is to wait longer and get the big 1 ounce, because gold price is always moving. And there's an option what you can do. You don't have to save all that cash in order to get up to that full ounce or that 1/2 ounce, those bigger pieces. What I've done is traded a lot of these 1/10 ounce gold coins into bigger pieces. For an example, you can sell 5 of these And that would be enough to get yourself up to a half ounce with some money left over because of the premium on these 1/10 ounce. You're paying more for this, but by the time you go and sell, you're getting that premium back. So you're gonna have money left over when you go and trade up to this half ounce. And another little misconception is that you don't get the premium back. And I will tell you with 100% confidence, you will get the premium back on the 1/10 ounce coins every single time, because I have gotten it every single time. The thing you need to remember, and this goes to a lot of the veterans that are against the 1/10 ounce too. I just want to put a little perspective on you a little bit here. There's a lot of people at different levels of gold stacking. So for an example, when I first started, the 1/10 ounce was my go-to. I was buying a lot of 1/10 ounce because that was all I could afford. And instead of waiting to, save up $2,000 to buy an ounce, or $1,100 to buy a half ounce, in my personal opinion, it made more sense to me to buy the 1/10 ounce as I could afford it, because I was accumulating gold faster in a way. Instead of waiting so long, gold can spike up like it did, and you can get caught with your pants down while gold is going up and you're trying to save up for a full ounce, and all of a sudden you need an extra $200 or $300 because you were trying to save up for a full ounce. Whereas if you are buying as you go, you are essentially going up with the gold price or down, same, but that's the risk you take regardless. If you want to buy gold and silver, you're taking that risk every single day that you hold it, so it doesn't matter. So it's better to budget yourself to get the gold in your stack sooner than later. Any gold you can afford, better to get it than not have it and save up for the bigger pieces. Trust me, it works out. Like I said, you sell 5 of these, you can get that half ounce and have money left over. You could buy some silver with that leftover money. Because, once again, there's people at different levels of stacking, and the 1/10 ounce is the perfect sweet spot between premium, so what's more than spot, so the extra money you pay over spot is what a premium is, right? So there's more premium, but there's a lot more people at that level. So 1/10 ounce is very sellable. If you start getting in the 1/20th ounce, the premium is way more and the demand is way less. So like I said, the 1/10 ounce has just the right amount of demand and just the right amount of premium. It's the premium that people are willing to pay. Think of it that way. When you start doing gold in grams and things like that, the premium's way high, and there's just not a whole lot of demand for gold in grams. That's the bottom line. It's going to take you a while. So that's my suggestion to you. Now, the 1/4 ounce is probably the best bang for your buck because you don't have to put away a whole lot of money. It's somewhat affordable, I guess you could think of it that way. A lot more affordable than $2,000. So the premium's not bad on the 1/4 ounce. This is usually what most people like to buy, is the 1/4 ounce. Some people only 1/4 ounce and up. That's a lot of gold stackers do that. So this is a good place to also kind of save up to. This is a good goal also. If you don't want to do the 1/10 ounce and have to deal with trading up and selling them in order to trade up, then you could always just do the 1/4 ounce. It also makes the math a little easier as well, because the 1/4 ounce, 4 of them, boom, there you go. It's a full ounce. Whereas the 1/10 ounce, you need 10 of them, and some people don't know exactly how many grams are in there, and it's just 1/4 ounce is very easy to understand. 2 of them, half ounce, 4 of them, full ounce. Okay, then we got the foreign gold, which is something that I am a firm believer of. I think you should have foreign gold. These are really popular. Everybody knows sovereigns. They got half sovereigns, which are a little bit smaller than these, but these British sovereigns are close to a 1/4 ounce. I think they're 0.2354 of a troy ounce, which leads me to my next point, and that is doing your math when it comes to gold. When you're buying silver, all the math in your head is very simple. 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce. It's strictly ounces. We think of silver, we think of ounces. You got to train yourself to think in terms of grams when it comes to gold. And you'll notice when you're shopping around for gold that you're going to see, 0.1867 of a troy ounce. You're not going to see it broken down into grams for you. A lot of the dealers are going to do it that way. So like I just said with the sovereign, right? 0.2354 of a troy ounce. It ends up being about 7.32 grams of gold. So that's the conversion you want to do. And it's very easy to do. All you have to do is go on Google, type in 0.1867, which is the weight of these coins. The Helvetia, the 20 lira, the Austrian coin. Where is it? I'm trying to show you the more common ones. These are a little less. The Leopold is not really common. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. I have a bunch here. Rooster is very common. So all of these coins I have in my hand are 0.1867 of a troy ounce. It's a very common weight for a lot of these European gold coins, these old gold coins. And when you break it down into grams, it ends up being 5.8 grams. So all you have to do, you go on the dealer's website, you look, and it says 0.1867 of a troy ounce. You go on Google, type it in, troy ounce into grams. Make sure you put troy ounce. It's very important. You're going to get a weird number if you don't. So 0.1867 of a troy ounce in grams. And it's going to bring you to this converter. And it's going to convert it for you. It's going to show you exactly how many grams of gold you are purchasing in that coin. And there you have everything you need to do the math. So if you want to know if you're getting a good price or exactly how much you're paying per gram over spot, this is the best way to do it, because you could really understand and see how much more you're paying per gram of gold, rather than a lot of the dealers saying, $39 over spot. You want to see exactly how much it is. Even though it says it's $39, you want to see it in grams. How much am I paying more? That's the way you got to do it, because now you're being very technical, and you can make really good decisions when you're buying, because now you have it down to the 0.8 grams. I mean, the fraction of a gram. You know exactly. So what you do is you get the spot price of gold. So in today's case, it's $19.40 per ounce of gold, right? So you do $19.40 divided by 31.1. You might want to write that down. That's a very important number to remember when it comes to precious metals. That is a troy ounce. 31.1 grams makes a troy ounce. A regular ounce is 28 grams. When you're weighing flour and sugar and things like that, it's 28 grams. But when it comes to metal, it's 31.1 grams. So you divide that into the price of gold, and it's going to tell you how much a gram of gold is going for. Or you can go on certain websites that have it broken down already. For an example, Apmex, if you get the app, it shows you broken down grams, ounces, kilos, I think it's got, whatever. But it breaks it all down for you. You could just go on there and see exactly how much each gram is going for at the moment, and then you can do your math from there. So let's say you get $62 for the Helvetia or the Rooster, or one of these coins I was just talking about, 0.1867. You multiply 60 whatever dollars times 5.8, and that's exactly what the spot price would be on one of these coins. Does that make sense? It makes sense, trust me. So that's it. That's the math behind it. And that way you will know exactly what you're paying. Now, there's different options. When it comes to gold, I'm going to talk about the variety now. There is Mexican gold. There is European gold, which are all these, and these sovereigns, which are from the UK. and some of them are from South Africa, and a bunch of other countries make them. These are Krugerrands from South Africa. You know, you have pandas from China. There's a lot of different stuff. Now, what I would recommend is to, you know, it really depends on what your goal is. Now, if you want to, obviously what I have here is more of a collector's gold stack. This is not necessarily a gold stacker's stack. I mean, usually what regular gold stackers will do will have, you know, a tube of eagles or a tube of maples or, you know, a bunch of quarter-ounce Krugerrands and, you know, those very common government-backed coins that are pretty close to spot, you know, but the main purpose of that is that it's easier to sell because you just got to explain it one time. It's a Krugerrand, that's it. If I were to go sell this, I got to list sovereign, separate, or, you know, it's just a little bit more of a process when it comes to selling. And it's also for the recognizability. So this is another kind of misconception amongst gold stackers. And this is something I preach in almost every gold video I do. And that is, most gold stackers will understand all this stuff. And it's really, really easy, to be honest with you. Let's say I'm listing this for sale. This is not a very common coin. This is a Leopold II from Belgium. Old coin, 1871. And this is, you know, it might not be understandable to a lot of people. They might not know what it is. They might not know the purity. They might not know the weight. They might not know it's even gold. But the majority of people that are gold stackers will know that coin. And the reason being is because usually when you're doing research or if you're trying to buy gold cheap, they have seen that coin because these coins are usually pretty close to spot. These do not carry a premium. You know, for an example like this, these Queen's Beasts carry more of a premium than that Leopold did. So if they do any sort of basic research for cheap gold, they would have seen that Leopold. And then not only that, when you go to sell, they could always Google it. They will find it. These are very common coins. So it's not like they have to do a ton of research to be able to find it. It's very basic research, and it will direct them to these coins and all the information that they want. The weight, the purity, you know, the years they were minted, everything. What country it was minted in, what, you know, everything that they need to know. Now, there's certain coins that are more numismatic, like this one. There was only about 100,000 of these minted. So this is more of a collector's coin. I paid a little bit extra than, you know, these regular coins. It's the same weight as the Leopold. It's the same weight, but there's only 100-something thousand of those minted, so there's going to be a premium. Now, if I were to go sell that, more than likely, normal gold stackers are not going to bite on this unless I can compete with the prices of these. Then they probably wouldn't even care. But this is more of a collector's piece, so I paid a little bit more. So now when you get into that stuff, and that's what I'm saying, you have to figure out what exactly you want to accomplish. Me, I want to do a collection. So, you know I will find a buyer for this one day. Whether it's a coin shop, and, you know, I trust my negotiation skills enough to get the price I want for this. But, you know, that's something that I know I'm getting into. Just know what you're getting into is what I'm trying to say. So there you go, guys. I mean, this is pretty much everything you need to know. This is a very basic understanding. You know, you have a lot of variety. I mean, a ton of variety of stuff. It would take me forever to show you everything. This is I could show you some stuff. This is a 2 Ducat right here. This is nice piece of gold from Austria. And then they have 4 Ducat. So these are almost a half an ounce, actually. And really nice. These are restrikes. So there's a lot of stuff. But if you do your research, you will find all the information you need on any coin that you see. So, you know, gold is gold. At the end of the day, gold is gold. And it all comes down to the weight. Don't get confused with the purity and this and that. And the recognizability. I think that's a really big one because, like I said, this stuff, these foreign gold coins, not only are they, kind of cool to have because they're old and there's history behind them, but they are close to spot. You can get them with eBay bucks. So imagine taking 10%, 15% off the top by buying these, and they end up working out a lot better than a lot of the bullion we all know. So like the Buffalo, the Gold Eagle, any of those coins, especially the pandas. Pandas have a premium. So I'm just saying, consider looking into these, any of these world gold coins. And if you want to know where to buy a lot of gold, I do suggest eBay. Now, before you click off the video, I don't want to leave you on that note. I suggest eBay, but buying from Apmex, JM Bullion, Bullion Exchanges, and Liberty Coin, which I probably buy 90% of my gold from Liberty Coin. They are all on eBay, and the perk of buying on eBay, it's the companies you guys know, Apmex, Liberty, Bullion Exchanges, JM Bullion, but they are selling on eBay, and the perk is that a lot of this stuff, like I said, qualifies for eBay bucks. So make sure you sign up for eBay bucks, and you can actually get gold very close to spot by doing that. So yeah, make sure you do that too. That's a very important thing right there. But like I said, guys, that's pretty much everything you need to know in order to get into gold. If you are brand new, this is the only thing you need to know about gold. There's a lot of varieties, but anything that is worth buying will be easy to Google. That's the rule of thumb. So if you see a good price on, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say this rooster, but you have no idea what it is, you type in exactly how it's put in the sale, wherever you see it for sale, 20 francs gold rooster. You type it in, and you will find all the information on the coin, and you can do the math that I explained, and you could know exactly what you are buying. And that's it. If you have trouble finding any coin that is for sale, then don't buy it. That's it. Do not buy it. And more than likely, if anything seems way too good to be true, it is. With gold, it is. Nobody is going to sell you gold for way cheaper than what gold is going for. That is the bottom line. So if something seems way too good, trust me when I tell you, it is way too good. All right? So rule of thumb, make sure you Google before you buy anything that you don't understand. If you have trouble finding it on Google, when you type in all the information that the listing has, then don't buy it. That's it. That's it. Don't buy it. And only buy from reputable people, especially gold. Especially gold. Apmex, Liberty Coin, Bullion Exchanges, JM Bullion, Provident, SD Bullion. I mean, there's a lot of them. Monument Metals. There's a lot of different companies. But make sure you do your research when it comes to that. There's tons of information on what bullion dealers you should buy from. And most of them are on eBay. So take advantage of those eBay bucks. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know down in the comments. I really hope this helps some people. And it's been a while since I've done any sort of guide. So it feels good to do that. And I'll make sure to start doing more for you guys. So let me know what you learned down in the comments. Or if you want to add anything, put it down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Later.